to the chief musician, even to Jeduthun, a psalm of David, another psalm of King David. I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. Okay, and same thing with us. We got to take heed, being in the faith, we got to take heed of our ways. We got to mark our steps. We got to be careful of the things we say. Think before we speak, right? So that we don't condemn ourselves. You know, make sure that when we speaking the right thing. Make sure when we're breaking down scriptures that we're breaking them down correctly. Okay, not coming up with our own breakdowns and pulling things out of our you know what. Okay, and make sure also that we're all speaking the same thing in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know. It says, I will keep my mouth with a bridle while the wicked is before me. The bridle is, that's what goes over the mouth of a horse, and you control the horse with that bridle. You know, it goes in his mouth. You can make the horse stop. You can make the horse turn right. You can make the horse turn left. Okay. You gotta control your tongue. Okay. And it says, while the wicked is before me, especially around the wicked, around Esau, Edom, the other nations, 2/3 of our own people. We got to be subtle. Remember what Yahushua said: be ye wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Okay. Also, the scripture said about the tongue, that the tongue, you know, I'm just paraphrasing this. It says the tongue, although it be the smallest, one of the smallest members of our body, but yet it yields forth, you know, wickedness. You know, in other words, you know, evil comes from the tongue, right? By the words you speak. Okay, the balance of life and death could be just by a certain word that you speak that's wrong. Okay, so you got to control it. Verse 2, it says, I was dumb with silence, I held my peace even from good, and my sorrow was stirred. There's another scripture that says, even a fool is considered wise when he holdeth his tongue, right? When he keeps silence. Verse 3, it says, my heart was hot within me. While I was musing, the fire burned. Yeah, because you can't, as far as this word goes within us, you can't stay quiet for too long, because it becomes like a fireball in your stomach, in your gut, and eventually you're gonna have to, you know, speak this word. Okay. It says, then spake I with my tongue. Yeah, afterwards you speak. The spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will cause you to speak. You know, there's a time, you know, like as it is written, there's a time to speak, and there's a time to keep silence. Okay.